What is up, YouTube? HPJ here. Hope you guys are doing well because, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a look and a focus at my monster box to celebrate my 11 years of playing Puzzles and Dragons. I'm gonna cut through a lot of fluff and a lot of staggering things because I'm sure you guys don't want a 20 plus minute video about me just gushing about things, but it's time to celebrate all the teams in the major wave of cards that I've collected over the last 11 years when it comes to Puzzles and Dragons. Like I said in my previous video, I was going to talk about collaborations and the different things that have occurred with Puzzles and Dragons because of, well, the biggest thing and the biggest issue, of course, is copyrights. So in Puzzles and Dragons, some collaborations can't come to the NA server because of copyrights. There are a lot of things there are a lot of games that came, but unfortunately, there are a lot of anime and stuff that the JP server got that unfortunately we in the NA just were not able to get. Why? Well, copyrights. Stuff like Dragon Ball Z cannot officially make it over because of that. There was a Disney collab that was supposed to be present, but unfortunately, due to the mouse, we were not able to get it because Mickey has a very strong hold on himself and his friends. So there were a lot of those that we couldn't get. However, we did get at least one um, collaboration with Mickey Mouse, and that was only simply because, if I'm not mistaken, Gung Ho had worked on a collaboration with Disney for this mobile game that they produced, and it's actually the reason why we have Aurora in Puzzle and Dragons, and she's a really cool card too. So I'm gonna show off my teams and give you a brief collection of each of them. Now, some of these teams, I will tell you now, they are not like your teams because guess what? I didn't shell out a lot of money for bundles. The REM did not give me the best rolls, and I wasn't looking into trying to get the best rolls. I just got whatever was available, and I smiled every which way that I could when I got them. So congratulations for me, yay! Now with that in tow, let's go ahead and scroll through these bad boys. So first off is my Rosetta team. Yes, that's right, the Fairies collaboration. No, the Fairies event, not Fairies collaboration. The Fairies event I did manage to trade off for Rosetta. I was only able to trade off for one because rolling for the second one was not easy. But there she is, the great dark fairy, Rosetta. She's really good. She's the most recent and probably the most powerful dark mono team leader we have currently in the game. And funny enough, because Jujutsu Kaisen did not come, she kind of still outranks most of them, even though NA did not get Jujutsu Kaisen. For whatever reason, don't ask me, ask Gung Ho. On her team so far, I have Lucy and Valkyrie Style. I have 2 copies of the Princess Punt in Necromancer. And then I have Halloween, Nobunaga, and Nohime to really just help out with things as well. There are multiple combinations of teams that you can generate with for Rosetta, but you need a second Rosetta as well to help like the loops and stuff. I just don't have a second Rosetta. It's actually supposed to be your Rosetta, your second Rosetta, and then your friend slash leaders, uh, opposite leaders, Rosetta as well. Then from there, I have a rank experience farming dungeon team button press with Ra, with super reincarnated Ra, and it's led by Celine, the Great Witch of Unexplored Regions. And then for my personal setup and team with her is Ganesha, who gives 2 times coin drop as well as a 1.5 times rank experience when entering a dungeon as the leader. So I get a bit of combo between them for like farming rank, boosting dungeons and stuff like that. I can build other teams to really benefit from Celine's a leader skill. I get a little tired of that, so I really haven't done that. But Yeah, that is the thing. I have New Year's Kami Misubi um, ready to go for a full mono fire team. That is my button press team with Shiva Dragon. This took very long to get. These damn Shiva Dragons took me so long because you need at least 12 of the Shiva Dragon gems in order to do it. I believe you get free gems for doing um, the Shiva Dragon of it was a Shiva Dragon event, and you got free material to make into your reincarnated Shiva Dragon, and then you evolved it into its super reincarnated form, which is still pretty awesome to do. It just took so long to do it. And with this team, you basically just button swap your fire generated board, and then once they've evolved their skills, then it basically becomes a swiping the bottom two rows full of heart orbs, and then just match your combos and stuff after that. I know a lot of the Shiva teams put on weapon assists that give them different attributes to also benefit in case they need like multicolored teams as well. So it is that benefit, but it's basically just here for swiping to farm for certain events. I do have my Omnimon team because when Digimon Collab came, I did create one. TK leads the pack with two Omnimon with black gears. I have Indra's brooch equipped to Kari and Joe, and reliable Joe and Gomamon there with I forget whose brooch or whose item weapon assist this is. Um, oh, it's Pedarnius's earring. Okay, and then I believe that's the brooch for Indra attached to Gatomon and them. Yeah, it is. But yeah, this is basically my team for Digimon, and it's done me very, very well with a lot of content. And then I have an Eyes team that I was trying to use, but I don't have the necessary pieces for this Eyes team. So unfortunately, she's gonna have to sit here because Eyes teams are basically used to do the mono green stuff. Um, but it's just it doesn't work out. It's not like Lubu used to be, where you can button swap Lubu with what was it? Oh, uh, Zeus Dios, or is it Zeus Jupiter, the one that produces green orbs only. Yeah, it's not like those teams of yesteryears. I have another Omnimon team that just focuses on Omnimon as the leader with Joe, Stella, and Amaterasu and Tsukuyomi. This Garvin team, this Granary team, I am going to dismantle it because there's no real major use for it anymore. Grimmery used to be really, really good because of his matching water and dark orbs. And then on top of that, when he evolved, you got a really cool leader skill that did follow up attack bonus when you match water and fire. I mean, water and dark orbs. And that's where the Kyron Dragons really got their shine. But I haven't used this team in such a long period of time. The Zealot team, this Bride Zealot team was supposed to be built to help me clear out the Bride dungeon and get a reward for killing it with her as the leader. But it's got to get very, very hard doing that because Zella is very orb hungry. She doesn't have a follow up attack, and even her evolved form just seems very basic and bland. I do have a V Noah team that is being led by, of course, um, the reskin for, I believe, either Gung Ho's reskin for Marvel or it's Gung Ho's reskin for Gundam. No, this is the Gundam reskin. Using Gung Ho's own characters to reskin because of copyrights and issues dealing with the copyrights. That's also the same thing you can say here for this character. This is Durante. Yeah, Durante is another reskin. I believe this is the reskin for some more of the Gung Ho uh, reskins for Gundam. Gundam's collab. I think it's Gung Ho Another Journey. That is the orb skin reskin. There, I have a team to clear um, certain dungeons that need the rank 2200 no, 220,000 S rank with the off color Sakura, because she gains bonuses when fire, water, wood, and light attack at once. I am trying to find a triple color team to work on instead. I was going to use Omnimon, but then it also has like its own parallel issues there. I have another Rosetta team that I built. This is actually not a Fujin team. This team was actually just for the ordeals. I just hadn't moved anyone around because the last ordeal uh, transformation I did was for Fujin. I still need to do Raijins and a couple of the others. This is, of course, my Harpie Lady team, because when Yu-Gi-Oh! Came to Puzzles and Dragons, you guys already know I was getting my Harpies. And it's just Cyber Harpie Lady and my Valentine, but Cyber Harpie Lady was actually the star of the show between the, when it came to my Valentine and her skills. I prefer Harpie Lady as the leader instead. And even Retractor is actually a good parry because he generates ores and does delay. So that was pretty nice there. This is my Sakamata team. This is replacing the Gundam cards from the JP server for Gung-Ho Alternative Journey. This is Aurora from the Disney collab that finally did come to the JP server. I mean, for the NA server. Princess Aurora, and when she evolves, she actually gets really, really good. She has fully awoke recovery binds, unmatchable reduced, no, unmatchable, fully recovers binds, awoken binds, and unmatchables, reduces damage, and hearts are slightly more likely to appear for 5 turns, basically making her one of the biggest clerics at the time. And if you give her a certain weapon assist, she can become a machine, and she can actually work really well with Omnimon in place of Kari if you need to get Kari. I have another team, which is also another button swipe-esque team, and that's with Super Reincarnated Hito Kagasuchi, but I really don't use this Hito Kagasuchi, I'm not gonna lie. He's just here. Other than that, there are many of these within my monster box that I can go over. Um, Besides the regular Pantheons and stuff that we get, we have gotten a lot of collabs over the time. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was one of them, which, as you can tell, I spent a lot of money on bundles and stuff for Yu-Gi-Oh! There was Final Fantasy that also came to Puzzles and Dragons for multiple periods of time, actually. And I believe I've gotten almost every card for Final Fantasy, as you can see. Most, but not all. And a lot of duplicates as well. Uh, there was the um, Bushy Road event, or was it Bingekko? Yeah, there it is. The Bunko event, which had My Magical Index, Ryogun, and certain magical index, and Shaka no Shana. There was the other, uh, the Gang Bunko set as well, with some of their characters. All additional things of Bushy Road Entertainment um, attached to it. I don't know if I have the Batman stuff still here. No. No, I don't. Oh, wow. DC? Is there any DC cards? I probably got rid of them um, after a while. Well, let's. What was it? Joker? Harley Quinn? No. I don't have any of that stuff. Yeah, we did have like OG players. You guys remember we had DC collaborations and stuff. Gung Ho, was it another story? Is the reskin for the Marvel collab. As you can see here, we had a lot of Marvel collab stuff. Some of these guys are supposed to actually be other characters from Marvel. Some of them had their colors changed because um, they didn't want to match too many things from the JP server. This character right here, this is supposed to be Storm. These right here, I believe, are supposed to be Iron Man. Um, yeah, I believe this is supposed to be Iron Man. No, this is not Iron Man. I think this is supposed to be Daredevil. This is supposed to be Spider-Man. She's supposed to be Spider-Man. This is Iron Man. This is Spider-Man and Venom. Yeah, this is supposed to be Spider-Man and Venom. Because there's another one that's supposed to just be Spider-Man and Wolverine. Um, and I think, yeah, that's supposed to be Spider-Man and Wolverine comic. This is supposed to be Jean Grey. This is supposed to be Phoenix. Um, One of these is supposed to be if Professor Xavier. One of these is supposed to be the Hulk. This guy is Thor. This one is Juggernaut. No, not Juggernaut. This one is Thanos. I believe he's supposed to be Thanos. Yeah, there are a lot of the reskins and stuff that had to be done because of it. One of these is supposed to be Magnus. Yeah, that's right. One of these is supposed to be Magneto. One of these is supposed to be Wolverine. I can't really remember. There's like a whole chart that I posted on like my social media and stuff. Um, then we had the alternative journeys. Yeah, the alternate journeys. That was basically the reskin um, of Gundam. We had a lot of reskins because Gung Ho didn't want to deal with the copyrights of North America, especially the U.S. copyrights. So there was a lot of things that they had to change and a lot of things that they had to do, which fair. And pretty much from there, like, there's just so many different things that I've experienced with Puzzles and Dragons over the years. Sadly, I don't have too many things that I can pull. Dual Monsters and Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Monsters with a ton of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff there. But then we had we had Dual Masters come to the NA. And they even had exclusive cards for a lot of things. We had Fist of the North Star. Do I have any Fist of the North Star card? Fist. Yeah, I do have some Fist of the North Star. JoJo characters. When JoJo's Bizarre Adventure came. Bleach? No, I don't have any Bleach cards. Bleach did come. Bleach did come to NA. We did have Street Fighter. Because I did have some Street Fighters. I managed to get Chun-Li's. I have two Chun-Li's. Chun-Li is actually really good for some water teams. One of her cards generates orbs, an orb evolution. The other one doesn't. There's a lot of other cards as well. Some of my favorites that aren't part of collabs. There is Dark Callie. Hold on. Um, yeah, Dark Callie. I have like several variations of Dark Callie. We call her Dark Callie because she's the purple variant. But then through her split ultimate evolutions, there's Red Callie, there's Green Callie, and Red Callie and Blue Callie. Light Callie does have split evolutions of her own as well. I just never had the chance to really go and produce them, but they have a similar artwork to that of regular Callie. And your Dark Callie. Then there's was it my girl Xiao Quan and her sister Dai Xiao and DQXQ is shortened because I don't want to butcher their names. With respect, I don't want to butcher their names, but yeah, DQXQ is what we've called them. Then there's so many that I've had. I have my Roz, I have my Sanrio, collab cards, tons of them. For I think the 4 or 5 times Sanrio has been here. Miku, Hatsune Miku-chan, she's been here. I have her in her Arts by Key outfit. But regular Miku wasn't that bad either. It's just, if I had multiple Mikus, it'd be different. Because then I have one of every variant of Miku. Yeah, so many different collaborations. Like I said, guys, I didn't realize how much of stuff I don't have for my Monster Box. Either because there were issues with, like, other things, or I just got rid of the stuff because of it. Actually, if I check my Monster Book, maybe I'm able to find it. Hold on. Let's do the tech stuff. Alright. Batman. There we go. Yeah, there are some Batman stuff. I have Batman stuff. So this is Batman's emblem um from the film. This is Batman's emblem. Batman and Cyborg from the Justice League. I did have a Batman. This is Batman armor from the film. I'm shocked I don't have any other cards. DC, DC Comic. Yeah, here we go. See, um, Dark Side, Dark Side's Evolution from the comics. Um, Bleach. There we go. There's some Bleach cards. Oh, I too have this. Squad 11's Kenpachi. So I do have some Bleach cards. I do have. Those are some of the Fairy Tale cards there from the Fairy Tale event and the Fairy Tale add-ons there. Yeah, I knew I wasn't tripping. I was like, I know I have some of these cards. Um, Confused Remedy Crystal? I forget what that's from. Pad Academy. Um, the Draco Slayers. Um, the Draco Orchestra. The Draconic Orchestra and stuff. Valentine's Day cards. There's the Disney stuff right there with Classic Donald, Classic Minnie. But yeah, I knew I had some of the cards from those other collabs. So it's just like, why are they not here? Why are they not showing? Maybe I still have some of them. Like I said, I don't know. But I probably got rid of them just to clear some room. Like, yeah, DC. There was DC event. Oh, there's Kenpachi. Bam. But why it never showed up as Bleach? Is it because of the copyright? BLEACH? No. Yeah. Well, Kenpachi. Yeah, so there we go, Kenpachi. I actually still have Kenpachi saved. I just never. Oh, it did involve Kenpachi. Yeah, see, I don't know why a lot of them. Maybe because the collabs are so old that they just did not add them to it. It's like if I look up like Sandman, nope. Joker, nope. But it gives me Joker from like all the other stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of other cards, like I said, that I've collected over the years, over the past times, and with everything added to it. This is probably going to be a very long video, but you know what? It's worth it because you guys get to see my monster box in full and a lot of the collaborations and stuff that I experienced. So one of my favorite collabs, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Digimon, Final Fantasy, to name a few. In-house were definitely um, the Marvel collab, even though it was reskinned. The Disney collab that finally came. Because I love the fact that I got multiple Auroras. Um, the Bushy Road, the Banco Geki, and the Bunko, collabs. They came with those as well. I would love to see Bleach and them come back. We never got One Piece, funny enough, in the NA server. Um, which is funny because we did get like other shonen. You know, we got Yugi and we got Yu-Gi-Oh! And we got Bleach, but we just never got Dragon Ball because of copyright, One Piece because of copyright. Um, there's a lot of other ones that we just did not get, but we are thankful for the ones we did. And maybe if I ever get the chance, because I do want to go through my monster box, I want to see if I got like the Superman stuff as well. Probably not, because like I said, a lot of collabs just never got updated because of current events of things now, with how current owners and stuff are being very hostile about letting their copyrights and stuff be used. But you know, it is what it is type of situations. So thank you guys so much for watching both of my anniversary videos. If you guys have any questions about my monster boxes and stuff, you can definitely leave them in the comment section below. If you guys want to still be friends and associate with my Puzzles and Dragons accounts, both of my friend codes are in the link in the description box below. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, as it helps out tremendously. Hit the notification bell to be informed of when I upload more of my content to the channel. Socials are in the description box below. And with that said, thanks everyone for watching. HPJ signing out. Take care.